Man, this part is so great. Oh, let's get going to editing it right now. Where's the commentary file? It's just not there anymore. There's only one explanation for this. This has to be the work of an enemy stand. There it is. Alright, time to summon post-commentary. Come on. Come on. Jeez, this thing is so tough. There.
Post-com.
Hi there guys, welcome back to Let's Play Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth. So remember how I was all like, oh, this will be the last time the audio dies and stuff, and I'll promise from now on it will sound good. Well, I didn't want to go back on my word, because this part's gonna be post-commentary, and I couldn't really redo it, because a lot of good stuff happens this part, such as the DNA Digivolution of Jotaro and Darkdramon to form what many consider a counterpart to Omnimon, but not kinda really. It's Chaosmon. Now, Chaosmon here looks really cool. He has like a Darkdramon arm, he has a Bancho Leomon sword, and overall he actually has like a really good design. But his special ability makes it so that damage given is plus 30, but also damage received is plus 30. So combine that with his crazy stats of 277 attack, but only 75 defense, you'll soon see that he's actually the ultimate glass cannon, which is cool. I'm happy we get to have a glass cannon, because this dude is like, he's strong, and he's probably going to be one of my strongest party members, but man, one hit from a super effective attack and he will be done. Now thankfully, and surprisingly, he's vaccine type, meaning he'll fit on my team, and unless we're fighting data types, we're pretty good, you know? He'll be able to take those Dark Demon Lord types down just fine. Speaking of, I think... No, we don't go after one in this part. Well, technically we do, but this part we actually do something a lot better, something that I know a lot of people are looking forward to, and I'm really sad that I lost the commentary towards, but that's fine. So he has way too many skills though, because coming from 2 Digimon, which I had to like de-digivolve and digivolve back again to make powerful, straight up we just don't have, we have to get rid of a whole bunch, but he gets good moves though, so of course he's going right on my team. Like, what do you take me for, some kind of scrub? So here he is, looking awesome, and we'll get to see him in battle. I really do like the dark light motif. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's literally meant to be Chaosmon. His entire existence is in chaos right now. And like, we have a good party, you know? And I'm just looking through my Digimon right now. Like, Vmon here is ready to digivolve. It sure would be nice if we could digivolve him soon. Alphamon we can get as soon as we beat the Great Challenge that unlocks Alphamon, so I'm super excited for that. But otherwise, I'm actually literally, as this part is being post-commentaried right now, I'm actually grinding more levels. And by grinding, I mean leaving on while my dudes are on the farm. Which I love. I absolutely love. For the most part, you know, most of my Digimon, I'm working towards them all. They're getting there. I can get Boltmon here. I never had Boltmon. He's a classic one. I actually had a sticker of Boltmon as a kid that I put onto my Pokemon and Digimon trading card book, which I don't think I still have the book. No, I probably still do, actually. I think they're just put away. And because we have a Cyberdramon, we can get a Justamon soon, and I do kind of want Justamon. And also Titamon, who I think I went through before, is basically, it's a, like, the one that Momentai is right now, whose name is totally eluding me, Mastamon. Mastamon is the new Digimon for this game, whereas Titamon was the Digimon for the last game, which was RE Digitize. So, and Digimon World Lost Order. That's the next one I gotta remember. That one has an exclusive Digimon as well, but apparently it's not very good. In fact, it's actually a recolor of a previous Digimon, and a lot of people are not happy. Overall, I haven't heard many good things about that game, and it hasn't even been confirmed to come out here yet, so I know some people aren't happy. We're gonna put Minervamon back into our party just because we need a good virus-type Digimon. Like, getting a good virus-type Digimon shouldn't be too hard because the Demon Lords, except for the fact that they are totally super-powered, being the, you need 80 ABI to get them, so they're tough. But remember the businessman Nakano who was going all on about Jimikin? Well, we gotta go crash a show in Shibuya, and you probably know exactly who this is gonna be. I mean, there he is. But here's the weird thing. So his name is Jimikin, and I don't ever refer to him ever being referred to as Jimmy Ken in the story. Like, you'll see in the text right here. Just wait, where is it? Wait. No. Maybe not. Right there. Jimmy Ken. Not Jimikin, but Jimmy Ken. So I do think that actually there was some crazy, like, not crazy, but just a miscommunication between translators, each working on different things. So he's like, oh yeah, he's called Jimmy Ken. And so then the other person's like, okay, Jimmy Ken, you know? So they worked on different things. I don't know. Because he was never referred to as Jimmy Ken like that, right? Maybe my memory is just bad. But I remember that girl who was at the Shibuya Records, the one with, like, the really cool design, who has a way cool design to just be a character. So she's stolen. Also, Edamon's here, and I love his voice. I just want to listen to him speak. Seriously, it's so good. And yeah, the whole thing about Reiko being like soulmate is a little weird. I don't think she'd be into that, because Edamon does kind of have a monkey face, which is, you know. So, okay, I guess I have a question. Actually, I think people answer this, but I think that this is the voice he had in Digimon Adventure in Japanese. I still haven't watched it in Japanese. But like, I remember Edamon in English had this really, really good Elvis accent. Like, it was really good, but if this is what he sounds like in Japanese, it'd definitely be different. He's writing a song just on the fly. So much power that he's becoming the purest form of rock, which is heavy metal, I guess. And he digivolves to that design, which honestly I'm not as much of a fan of, but it's still an evolution, so yeah, no. So the English version of the Digimon, like the way they dubbed characters was like half of them were accents. I'm 100% certain that there was at one point a Christopher Walken sounding character. And it was the craziest. But before we go to fight Jimikin, in an utterly surprising move that I was not expecting, we actually have, like, we have to go through and fight enemies in the field, like trainer style in Pokemon. That honestly didn't happen much in this game, you know? Like, for the most part, you're just fighting wild ones, and when you fight them for you know, as tamers, you fight them for events. But no, here it's straight up, you gotta fight them just as random dudes, and there's a couple of them. They're not crazy though. Morning Dance we have here. I want to keep seeing how much it does, says I want to see it do more. And when it's critical, I mean not critical, but when it does you know, a good hit like that, because it's the 3 times or whatever, or 2 times even, it's good, it's powerful. But it's still, in my eyes, weaker than the regular weight Ravemon one. So I'm sure once Ravemon levels up, it'll be better. Also, he got character reversal, which is really good. So he not only does he have the one that causes enemies to become buggy, he has the ones that now cause enemies to be bugged. No, he has dot and bug. So I want to use both for sure. And I think I just get rid of Aura here because, like, why? He doesn't need to be a healer, you know? That's not a necessary thing. Unless I'm a liar, though. No, I'm not a liar, because then we're going to put on Sonic Void 3. There we go. So yeah, character reversal and texture blow are just two really good things to have on him. Like, seriously. It's, you know, you don't really get many good characters with all these stat things. But nope, here he is. And so I'm glad we got them. And I'm just putting some discs on, fixing up their equipment. You know, whatever. For the most part, it's like I threw on a defense attach A because of his low defense, but, you know, I'll go HP up and attack up, because why not? Change that to sort of, instead of compensating for weaknesses, I'm extending things they're good at. So, I do have a Death Barrier DX, which I think is actually a rare item, because it prevents the death ailment, not the, like, you know, you'll still die with it. But it prevents the, you know, you won't die. But what he does have is acceleration boost, which I want to put on, because not only is he powerful already, he can get even more powerful by doubling it, you know? So, this dude's going to be pretty powerful once all things considered. He can boost attack, he can boost his own stuff, and instead of St. Knuckle 3, because we have so many characters with fire attacks and stuff, I'm going to switch it up to Awesome Quake instead, you know, because I don't have one that uses Quake attacks, and I have Thunderfall, or Heaven's Thunder, I don't know which one I choose, because, yeah, there we go, Thunderfall, because, you know, I'm compensating for what we don't have. I mean, I didn't have a character who had those, so we gotta beat up all the Demon dudes in this area. They're not tough, as you saw. I mean, at this point of the game, not much can make me lose. In fact, you'll see, this part, not anything can really, as we'll soon see. But yeah, see, like, Morning Dance there is good, but it's still, I don't know, I feel like his other one was better, because it was hit every enemy instead of just hit one 7 times. But again, with good attack stats, that one can be absolutely devastating, I'm sure. But as you see, like, Chaos Mon already leveled up quite a bit, because this not post game, but near end game experience is pretty good. Like, look at these enemies here. Like, these guys shouldn't pose any trouble, of course. You know, we can even texture blow them to make them even less of a pain. Look at that, they're nothing. They're nothing. Now, mind you, even with us being the wrong element, they're nothing. We're not. I mean, this won't kill them, but it will come close, even being half. You know, so it's good. You know, we're pretty good for endgame. I say, except for the fact that, of course, you know, endgame will end the game. So we need to beat up some other stuff before then. And even Metal Edemon gets in on the action, as you can see. He did it. He did it indeed. And I do Morning Dance again, even with it ineffective. It still does not enough damage, as you can see. So it's one of the attacks that will be better for less, you know, like, it's going to be better if it's good and worse if it's worse, you know? So here we go, we're going for his wind pose to see what it's like, because, you know, the burst modes actually do have different wind poses, even though, like, you know, you wouldn't think it. It's just a recolor. Like, that's pretty good. I like that the wing up and everything. It's cool. And we leveled up, so it's all good. We got Safety Guard, which, as I look here, I'm like, what does it do? Survive an attack that would normally render them unable to fight. That's pretty good. In fact, I do want to keep that one. And so then what am I going to get rid of? I'm probably never going to use Critical Charge, because I've never, like, I used Critical Charge before, and I just don't feel like I get enough critical hits. And I love how you're just, like, the main character's just like, this isn't working, let's just go. I mean, that's actually pretty smart. You can't actually leave before you fight them, which sucks. I wish you could be able to, just be like, whatever, but no, you can't. And it's so weird seeing this place, because now that it's been in Splatoon and now Tokyo Mirage Sessions, it's like all these games in Tokyo share locations, which I guess makes sense, but... And apparently we're too late, he says in English. Thankfully, he seems to have stopped doing the elite speak in real life. Because, again, I feel like this entire thing is done from a different translator than the last one. And instead, it's just all, like, rock and roll, which I feel like should have been his entire shtick to begin with, you know. But Metal Edamon and Jimikin have a rivalry, and honestly, I did not expect this to be in the game, but looking back, it makes so much sense. You know, as much as I don't like Jimikin at all, his theme is great, but then again, all music in this game is just so good. Like, it has such a great style. It's good, it's better music than what it should be for this game, and I've said it before. And I know some people take that the wrong way. Oh, but hey, here's Reiko. She's just chilling. I see, at this point, I was expecting a plot twist that was like his sister or something. I had it, you know, like... Yeah, you know, they could have got a voice actress who could sing, but no, that's fine. That actually works better that way. So, let's do fight, yeah. So, it's the same team as last time. Which, I mean, I feel like I should be scared of. But nope, don't have to be. And as for our team, looks like we need a bunch of viruses, because here's our data type. Which is surprising. I constantly get surprised by enemy type choice, you know? Like, I'm always like, oh, this dude's good, so it'll probably be a good type. But no, it's like, it's data type. Or this dude's so clearly based on demon stuff, so he's gonna be dark, or virus type. And it's like, nope, I'm always wrong. Now, the good news is he's always, like, buffing his dudes for stuff, and they're putting his defense down. And, we thankfully have, in the form of, Metal Edamon, a 4th virus type, which is going to be super nice. So first off, let's lower their defense, because, I mean, I feel like at this point in the game, I should be paying attention to stat stuff a little bit, you know? Just a bit, not too much, I feel. And a Black Tornado would probably be the best thing to do, but I'd rather go for a bit of a wider approach first, such as that, which, admittedly, you know, when you look at that, you might be like, oh, it's not that much, but when you think about it as a boss, you're like, no, it actually is. Or Ice Wolf Claw, for instance, which does 2 really just solid hits, and he will keep countering, but if you look, they don't do much. Now this, on the other hand, this is even worse. Panic, which again is just confusion, sucks. And so we gotta, like, if we get 2 dudes panicked, then we're bad. But no, thankfully he just did the 1. Now, Strike Roll, which is a really good attack, actually. Just 1 super solid thwomp. Not the Mario enemy, but like the sound, you know? It's like some attacks are like pew pew pew, but this one's like a whomp, which is the best way. And he just keeps lowering his defense, which I think is pretty dumb. Now, that could have been bad if he used an attack, but he didn't, so it's cool. 1 more Dark Terror Force, because, yeah, well, we'll probably kill 2 of them, right? Well, no, 1. And he counters, and it does nothing. Yeah, no, counter would be good if it was, like, elementless, or the worst is always when it's, when in a game it's like, the counter does twice the, and if you saw, he did 600 damage happy, so he would have probably killed one of them if it did for normal or 2 times damage because of the buffs. But when a game is like a counter does double the damage on return, those are games where counter is terrifying. I would not want to be on the receiving end of that in this game, but thankfully it's not. Thankfully in this game we have Black Tornado, which totally rips right through him. And even confused, we still hit him, which is good. Think he's not even confused after this. I actually so love when we have these guest party members. Also, Ephemeral Hummingbird. He's actually using the song's name. Int down, speed up. Yep, that's good. Just keep putting his stats down. 1 strike roll. Boom. Yeah. Minervamon's great. She's cute and awesome, and we got lots of stat ups, as you can see here. Even with characters we didn't use, which is how games should do it nowadays, I feel. Because there's nothing worse for me than when you're playing a game with a bunch of party members, and it's like, you're scared because you want to try to keep them all leveled up at the same time, but you're too lazy to, or it's just not encouraged to, you know, so... Yeah, so when she's just like, I'm Jimmy, you know? Or no, not here. I think they say his real name. And I thought it was his brother, or her brother. I'm terrible. Whenever I say, like, someone's brother or sister, I always screw up the name. Like, the gender on it. That's really bad. English is my first language. I shouldn't have that issue. But yeah, no, the whole thing was she was debuting as an idol herself. Who could have believed it? Especially with how she sang earlier. Oh, yeah, so there's the name. And he's having a heart attack at his real name. So his real name is not Jimmy. He's not a Western singer. His name is Tanaka. And he's probably not actually even Gene Simmons' son. I know, hard to believe. It is just super nice so that this game is like an RPG that really does close threads, I feel. You know, a lot of games, there's ones that just, you play them and you're just like, you know, things will be brought up and never brought up again. But no, this game, I feel like does a really good job of closing any threads that need to be. You know, they finish up storylines, characters are resolved in a happy manner, which is, I couldn't ask for more. With the way they're talking about music and stuff, though, and being in front of this, the Tokyo CD store or whatever, it's so weird to think, like, am I playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions? Like, it's just weird, you know? But it works. Also, power of my meta, not metal, because spelling errors in a JRPG. Who could have imagined? And with that, they both run off into the sunset as rivals. But we're just running home because we want our money. Also to do other stuff that's in this game. Because there's still, I think, a couple more challenges we have to do. Did I say challenges? I meant cases. Or did I? Who knows? Boom! Dunzo! So what is up next? Take a guess. Well, first off, I want to save because I'm like, I know what's up next at this point. Remember, I was doing commentary when this first went up, but of course it got deleted because of that terrible enemy stand, Suezo, otherwise known as Kids Bop in the Japanese version. Let's go beat up Rina. You know, she's come from a parallel world and is probably just raring to go. And so we're like, let's take on her challenge. I'm sure it's not gonna be that tough. I mean, let's be honest here. There's no way people would be posting online strategies or whatever that I may have studied up on a little bit beforehand. Nah, it's cool, man. It's cool. So the first thing I'm doing here is I'm like, I wonder if the entry is in here to see All Force Vidramon's type. And lo And behold, it's actually not. Because we have not actually seen All-Force Digimon in battle. Meaning we don't know what type it is and we can only guess, you know? Because this is one of the situations where it's like, okay, so it's probably going to be either vaccine or data, you know? Also, we take a look at Chaosmon's here and how it has the Bantaio blade and it shoots its own digital cells from the Gigastick cannon on its Darktra arm, and that is a wonderful, wonderful sentence. Something that does happen later this part, and I want you to watch for it when I call it out, is I think I glitch up Chaosmon's colors at one point, and you'll see what I mean. It looks weird. You'll see it when it happens, so don't worry. But at this point, I'm freaking out. I'm like, I cannot find where All-Force Digimon is, so we'll never know what type of stats we need to go into it with, you know, what party, what anything. So, I'm sure it will be fine, though. I'm sure somebody will look online and find some recommended actions and stuff. So, you know, I feel like he's probably going to be vaccine. So let's get some good old-fashioned data types on our team. Because data types, you know, they do their job. They're data. They're not anything else. So Mirai here tells us, you know, you should know. Because Rena was all like, yo, we need to go to that place. That memorable spot. And honestly, at this point, I was like, I genuinely don't know where that would be. You know, so I guess Shibuya, Shinjuku, Nakano, I don't know. And it's like, yeah, probably that one. Shinjuku, where we first met. Yeah, it was, you know, Shinjuku. So we'll go check there. Spoilers, it's not Shinjuku. Yeah, it's one of these things where it's like, I'll give you a place and it's all a ruse. The actual place is a little after. And Rena just in the end, because I'm pretty sure she has ADHD or something, because she just can't wait for us to do this. And she says we're standing her up like it's a date. Don't tell Nokia. Or in some circles, you might not want to tell Yuko either. Maybe not Arata even, because there's some people who definitely would believe that, you know. Also, she says, I can't even, in a game in 2016, which I know that would get some people mad, but that doesn't bother me, because that's how people speak in real life. I know people are always like, don't put slang in games, but it's like, do you want the dialogue to be bland and dry with no actual sayings or anything? Putting slang in games is fine if it's relevant to the time frame. You know, like in Dragon Age I don't want it, but in a game that takes place in the year of now, why not? Actually, oh my god, it was so funny. I was reading online and someone was like, it was on the Digimon subreddit, and someone was like, oh my god, why does this game look like it takes place in the 90s with flip phones and phone booths and arcades? This isn't how it's like nowadays. And all the answers were, you do know this is exactly like how Japan is nowadays, right? And this person just couldn't grasp that there's a difference between how it is in Japan and in America. They just, it freaked them out, you know? So of course I'm going to save again, because when a tough boss is coming up, I'm like, I gotta save. I don't want to lose progress. So, let's head up into this place, because apparently this is where she's going to be. And these dudes are still blocking me, even though at this point in the game you'd think they would be out of the way, because it just complicates things to do that. But I'm like, is this the right place? I guess so. Let's throw on that stealth hide and head on in. Now, I was like, oh god, we're gonna have to run through this dungeon again. But thankfully, and honestly, really nicely, they're like, no, don't worry about it, fam. You can just go right to the tree core thing that still is entirely unexplained. Why is it a giant hand? Why is this not a thing people have actually explained to me yet? Because every part, it's like people are like, no, it's cool, man. It's just whatever, no comments. Or comments from people just saying, thank you for putting up this part. Which I do appreciate, but at the same time, it's like, I frequently ask questions and they go unanswered, which maybe means there's no answer at all, so. But this part is, I've heard from a lot of people, really incredibly difficult. I've heard on a hard mode, this is near impossible without a cheaty strategy that I may have employed here, which you'll see. So I've actually, you might have wondered why up to this point. Also, okay, first off, she said Asakusa is the first place she had some dozu. That's why it's memorable. It's not memorable for us. It's memorable for her, which is absolutely hilarious, because if you look, she never said a memorable spot for us. She just said a memorable spot, and that's pretty funny. So, you might have wondered why I have kept on a poison element on Rosemon for so long. And spoilers, it's for this, because honestly, without the poison, I would not have won this. Let's do this. Shut up now, and shut up and fight now, okay? 3, 2, 1, let's jam. All-Force Digimon is fast. That was the whole reason we got him in the story. So he starts charging, and he's like, he's gonna charge up and do stuff. So at this point, I'm like, okay, first off, let's get rid of any buffs with the Amethyst Mandala, because, hey, that's good. Now, sadly, the charge isn't actually like a buff charge. Now, you might be looking at that and saying, like, oh, it can't be that bad. I mean, look how much damage we did. Well, just calm your butts, because we're kind of going crazy. Ray of Victory, or Shining V-Force, as he calls it, is pretty powerful. But we can use his speed against him by throwing a Venom Trap on him, because Venom works at the start of each turn. Or end of each turn. Shut up, me, I'm dumb. But yeah, he'll speed charge, and then it'll hurt him. And Poison in this game works like Pokemon with Toxic, where each turn, it gets more and more powerful. Now, he does have Anti-Poison. So, you can, very easily, have him heal right away. But, if you get lucky, you can easily win this fight by having him not poisoned. So yeah, he can cast Anti-Poison, which does heal him for a little bit, but not that much. So, you know, you're pretty good to just keep throwing it on him, and it will keep doing damage. And if he does an Anti-Poison again, it will do a good ton more, you know? That Venom Trap is actually really good. I'm giving it the meme circle finger, you know? We got him to halfway, but he keeps speed charging, and look how many turns are coming up. Not to mention his Shining Ray of Victory, as you'll see later, is a lot. But no, it's like he just keeps speed charging, and we're like, oh, I see. But yeah, he just keeps charging his speed, and it's like, it's crazy powerful. But it keeps growing in power, too. It's a really good strategy, which I do really recommend. But I think we've weakened him up to a point where we can pretty much do him in almost. No, just not just barely enough. But like, look at all the turns coming up. It's like, ugh. So at this point, it's like, what do I use them with? Well, let's just use some Aiguille Chanvre. Get those hits, and we do it. There we go. Rena's challenge is challenge no more. All-Force Digimon has been beaten, and we got the Metal Maniac one for getting a butt-ton of medals. And the only one who died in the fight was Sakuyamon, who, honestly, I only put in that slot because I needed another data type. But of course, as you know, beating Rena's challenge unlocks what we've been waiting for all this time. The Great Challenges. Now, mind you, at this point, I do have to get another, oh, what am I going for? We need to get another Digimon to get to an All-Force Digimon, because after beating this, we do unlock the ability to get All-Force Digimon. But, and that's a big but, I do not have the ability to make them now. So what I'm probably going to do after this part and off screen, because I haven't recorded the next part yet, is I'll de-Digivolve Valkyremon back to an Aero Digimon, because he went up to Hoomon, but by going back to Aero Digimon, we can then get All-Force Digimon, I hope. I should be able to get him to that. So, but, as you see, there's a bit of time left on the part, because you might be wondering, where are we going? And that next place is actually the first great challenge, which we're going to do. So, you might be like, what's tougher, the great challenges or the demon battles? And the answer is very, very, very much the demon battles. So this next one, not as big of a problem, but actually still pretty difficult, as we'll see, as I'm actually reading her text when I'm doing the Let's Play, but not here. But we got some nice memory up, which I will always be happy with. And And when we go back, we've unlocked the ability to get Force of Digimon, which is cool. But the first great challenge has unlocked with the Digi Egg of Miracles and the Digi Egg of Destiny. Now, those of you who love Digimon the movie just like me should know exactly who we're going to be fighting right away. And am I excited? Heck yes, I'm going to be putting in some Digimon the movie music. I haven't done it yet, even though this is post-commentary, but you know I'm going to be doing it because that music is so good. But again, I'm looking here, I'm like, I wonder if we ran into them to actually see their stuff. But I actually used my brain, I know, surprising, to remember that the Vmon line is listed as the neutral, like, element, like, typeless, right? So then I'm like, okay, Magnemon's probably going to be typeless. Oh, there he is, actually, so it doesn't even matter, it's actually there. I didn't use my brain, I lied. And then the other one, who I didn't actually even think we'd be fighting, but spoilers, we totally do. As you'll see right here. So yeah, I'm like, yeah, let's use Chaosmon a bit. Let's see if we can get him to do stuff. We do fight 2 enemies at this time though, and it's tough. It's not easy. I don't know what I'm looking for here. Oh right, revives. Because remember how like we fought the Demon Lord and we just totally were out of revives for a bit? That sucked. Let's go get some items. And in the meantime, I guess we can talk about some other stuff, such as the fact that, as I said before, Digimon the movie is, and literally, I don't think you guys get this. I did this entire Let's Play just to talk more about Digimon the movie. And you're probably at this point so tired of me talking about it because, like, oh my god, why? Who cares? It's just the movie for Digimon, but no, you don't get it. It's my favorite. It's something about it. Is it nostalgia? Absolutely. But even watching it now, and even watching it with my sister, there's something about the way Digimon the movie is made that gets me. In the same way that I know a lot of people really dislike Power Rangers compared to Super Sentai, but you can still appreciate what Power Rangers does, you know? Because, of course, Digimon the movie was 3 short movies, which they sort of thrown together, in some people's words, haphazardly, into instead being one long movie. Just like how Super Sentai was multiple, you know, Sentai shows, which were kind of thrown together, mixed and matched into becoming Power Rangers. And I love Digimon the movie for what it is. I know some people are like, no, you know, is this the sum of the parts better than the whole blah blah blah? No, it's like, I don't know. There's something about the way it was dubbed, the humor in it, the music. Oh my god, you guys have heard, I've been using basically almost exclusively Digimon the movie soundtracks for the openings, and people are like, why are you playing Smash Mouth's All-Star? Or Kids in America, and I'll tell you why. Because Digimon the movie is such a perfect 90s soundtrack. And they've announced for Digimon Adventure Try, the dub, that it's getting a soundtrack that's closer in tone to the English soundtrack of the TV show. And that's got some people mad. That's got me being super ecstatic and probably will cry in the theaters listening to that wonderful that do 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 do. If I hear that amazing riff, then in the theater as an adult, I will probably cry. But as you see here, we got 2 opponents. We have Magnemon and we have Rapidmon Armor. So Rapidmon Armor is, of course, the version of Rapidmon that comes from doing a Golden Armor Digivolve. Or Digimetal, if you watch the inferior version of Digimon. Look at that damage just right from the get-go. Especially look at that damage on Chaosmon. He's not that strong. He takes hits pretty poorly. But these 2 Digimon, I don't know, gold recolors of stuff to me have always been really lame, honestly. I feel like they are some of the worst looking stuff when something's a gold recolor. Gold Mega Man, hate it, but there's something about the gold versions of these 2. And it should also be known that, like, it's not just a gold recolor of Rapidmon. There are different details, like red lettering on them and different stripes and bands and stuff. Also, here's Dark Prominence, which is pretty cool. There are differences. It's not the exact same. But I can see, you know, in this game it looks a little worse than what it should. If you look at the actual design of what it should look like, it's much better. Solar Gold Storm, though, it's pretty strong. Chaosmon, by all intents and purposes, should be dead. Thankfully, we do have Chaos Degradation, which means we can easily cut their HP by 25%, which is really nice. Well, not cut it by 25%, but do 25% of their current HP, which is nice. It doesn't seem like a lot, but here we go. We've acceleration boosted our final Shining Burst, and it did in Rapidmon. So, I just want you to watch Chaosmon's colors coming up here. So this is what Chaosmon should look like, right? Just keep watching him. But for some strange reason, right here, he uses Solar Storm, and of course Chaosmon dies because he's very weak. And if you look, his colors faded. I'm not the only one who saw that, right? But when we use a recovery capsule, they stay that way. Look at his colors here. Do you see what I mean? Look, his one side, which was like black and white, now there's blues on him. Like, you'll see just in a sec. So we got one more hit and we'll be able to see. But like, compare, like, look at his colors. Look, see the Darkramon? Look at his legs. They're mistextured. He's colored wrongly. Look at the Jotaro head. It's wrong. Like, it looks like the texture's weird. And I've never seen that, and I don't know why. It's a strange glitch, but we did it. We beat Digimon the movie. The like super protagonist from it. And it's good. I'm happy. And what do you think we get for beating it? In fact, we get the 2 Digi-Eggs, as I pointed out before, meaning we, and if you saw earlier, we are already ready to Digivolve our version. I'm so excited I don't even get the quest reward. I'm like, yeah, let's go, and then I realized, oh crap, we can't yet. I'm so excited to get Magnamon because he's one of my favorite Digimons design-wise, and we're gonna get him finally because our Vmon is ready to go! And then right after we Digivolve him, I do de-Digivolve and get a Terriermon, which you do need, because it goes straight from Terriermon all the way up to the actually Mega level version. Well, it's not Mega level, it's Armor level, but Armor level is basically Mega level for everything but Flamedramon, the Fire of Courage. So we look for him. Where is he at? Where's my boy at? Where's my boy? I need to find him. He's lost. Well, first off, we're like, let's get a Gargamon and see if that's what we need. And it's not Gargamon. And I thought, do you need to Digivolve a Rapidmon? Because I was like confused, thinking he'll be Mega level. But no, you go straight from Terriermon all the way up to the Armor level form, which I should know, because we've only ever seen that. And I actually de-Digivolved my Mega Gargamon only because he'll have more ABI, thinking that, oh, he probably needs more. And no, so I'm like, okay, so if it's not Rapidmon, it's not Gargamon, it has to kind of be Terriermon, which makes sense, because he does go from it in canon. And it was okay, I was never going to use Mega Gargamon anyways, but there he is, Rapidmon Armor. We need Cam 50% and a bunch of stats. We can get him to that, so we will. That's actually happening right now in the background. But Vmon, he's ready. Magnamon is mine. Oh, it's been too long, my friend. Let's kick it up another notch tomorrow. Or in 3 days or whenever I put up this part. But there he is. He's so good. He's so good. And he has Plasma Shot too, which is a move that he didn't have, I've never seen yet. So we're going to look forward to that. So, dudes, dudettes, bros, everyone, thank you all for watching. And in the next part, I just look through, I don't actually Digivolve anyone or anything. In the next part, we're gonna be doing some more of the great quests and then some demon quests, back and forth, whatever we need. And so I will see you all next time, dudes. Thank you for watching. Sorry about this being post-commentary, but I'm sure you probably don't even care. We'll see you next time, guys. Ciao.